GCMMA boys coming to you this week with our Roman Dolidze versus Anthony Hernandez breakdown video. Boys, we know that we were absent for quite a bit. That was partly due to our fault. Well, it was technically all of our fault, but we did try and record a couple videos in the meantime. One of them, I had to use the Commander-in-Chief judgment to rule it over. We were way too hammered in the video for it to be uploaded. And the other one, I'll attach a screenshot right here. We set up the camera and didn't pay attention to the framing, and his fucking head was like, you could only see from here below. So we were just like, okay, it's been 2 weeks since we posted. Let's just take the rest of the month off at this point, boys. So we don't want to make any claims or promises on what's to come in the future, boys, but just know that GCMMA is back, and we're gonna try our best to not miss that stretch anymore.
Yeah, boys. I mean, this card's not the best card in the world, but we're here to give our predictions. For 319, we plan to have a live reaction because it's finally a day where we're both off at the same time and can run the card. So be prepared for that day. We're gonna go get crazy for that. And we also got NFL season starting up pretty soon, so I'm gonna cook up plays for the first game, first week, get that off to a great start, boys, and hopefully we can cash some UFC bets to add to the balance.
Yeah, boys, I would just say like a quick recap of like we've been betting every card, obviously. But like Carlos Leal goes rogue, Daniel's Huber goes rogue. Bunch of big favorites have been going rogue, boys. So there's no better time for football to come back so that we can at least diversify what we're betting
Thank the Lord. But anyway, boys, first fight on the card, we got Cody Brundage versus Eric McConaughey. The only thing I've seen of this Eric guy is when he got knocked out by Ruzaboyev like 5 months ago. So Cody Brundage should definitely win this fight. If he doesn't, I don't think I can ever pick him again. See ya.
Yeah, guys, it's just like this is a no-brainer. I'm interested to see what the odds are. Cody Brundage is by no means the best fighter in the world, but I think like when you give him a matchup that's winnable for him, he can actually do pretty decent. Like we saw that against the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like he took some licks and he kept going. Like it's not like Cody Brundage is just chinny and he just sucks. He made it 3 rounds with Mansour Abdul Malik and got headbutted, which we just saw that was actually overturned recently, thank God. But yeah, guys, Cody Brundage should win this fight with no problem. And like he said, if he loses this, he needs to get cut because his record is already almost 500 as it is.
Yeah. Moving on, we got Eros Medic versus Gilbert Urbina.
Another fight that is a must-win.
Yeah. We took Eros Medic against Soriano. We really were gassing him up, and he goes out there and gets brutally KO'd. Which, I mean, he got caught, but still, it's like I'm having a hard time picking you again. But Gilbert Urbina is not the best fighter in the world, guys. He got knocked out by Charles Radke last year, and who did he beat in the UFC? Orion Kosi 2 years ago. I don't even know who the hell that guy is, so I'm gonna go Medic here. I think he's the better fighter on the feet. Urbina's tough, but I think Medic will just pepper him and either get the decision or get a knockout here.
Yeah, guys, I mean, I would say that it's hard to trust someone who gets put out like that, but I think that it's honestly more justifiable that someone gets caught every once in a while than it is for him to have gotten his ass kicked for 15 minutes straight. Like, for example, Obon Elliott got dominated for the entire fight, and I'm taking that more into consideration than someone who just happened to get caught when they were going back. Like, yes, it's still rogue. Yes, it definitely drops their stock, but I feel like it's not as bad because, hey, fists are flying. You might get caught and get knocked out. It only takes one punch. So I'll take Medic here, but this is a must-win. In my opinion, otherwise, I don't know what they do with him because he lost to Oralby, right? He lost to Oralby.
Yeah.
He lost to...
And Soriano, I don't think he...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he beat Tim Means.
Yeah, the Dirty Bird.
Yeah, in the meantime. Come on. That's
okay,
fight,
bro. Dude, what I might do now is parlay Brundage and Medic at the beginning of the card. If that is straight, then we'll see. If that goes rogue, then that just means the card is cooked.
Right, okay.
The card.
Fair enough.
All right, moving on. Elijah Smith versus Toshiomi Kazama.
This guy should not be minus 650, boys. I mean, no hate towards Elijah Smith at all. He's our age. He's in the UFC. Like, he's undefeated so far on the Contender Series in UFC. I know he has a loss on his record, but I mean, he's just relatively inexperienced to be laying that kind of juice. Kazama, we faded him last time whenever we took Charalampus Gregoriou, and that guy
sucks.
So guys,
Oh my
I'll pick Elijah Smith, but I can't. I'm not even putting him in a parlay because I'm not confident enough in him winning this to take him.
Yeah, he should honestly kick Kazama's ass, because I'll give Kazama this. He showed that he's not going to be put away easily. Like, he was fighting until he couldn't fight anymore, and he weathered the storm and got Garion Loop, whatever, got his ass out of there in the second round after he weathered the storm. But I think Elijah Smith's the better fighter, the better prospect, and he should get this one done. But like he said, just him being unexperienced, I don't want to lay minus fucking 500 on that. But so moving on, we have Julius Walker versus Rafael Cerqueira.
Again, the juice is not justified in this spot.
Dude, this guy's Julius Walker's the juice box. And do we lay the juice?
Looks like fucking Sharp Pro. A little bit, bro. But
do we lay the juice on the juice box? No.
No. I'll give you an answer, boys. I mean, this other guy's like just been rogue. He got knocked out by Bakauskas and
Ibo Aslan.
the Turkish, whatever the guy's nickname is. But I mean, I'm picking Walker to win here. Okay? If you guys feel brave enough to do so, you can bet him because I don't think he loses. But there's just no value in this spot because it's not like this is some guy we've seen fight 10 times in the UFC and it's like, yeah, he's minus 650, bro, but he beat this guy and beat this guy. We've seen him lose to Alonzo Menifield, and now he's minus.
I think, though, he did put on a decent fight.
He did.
Like,
I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I just don't think he's minus 650.
Yeah, but I do think he is the better fighter than Cerqueira, and I'm picking him, but the odds are on that, boys. I'm not laying the juice with the juice box. All right, moving on to the main card, we have Eric Anders versus Christian Leroy Duncan.
I will max bet Christian Leroy Duncan here, boys. Eric Anders is coming off a win over Chris Weidman and Jamie Pickett. Like Chris
a decision with Jamie Pickett.
Yeah, Chris Duncan doesn't have the most or toughest, most fights or toughest strength of schedule. In the UFC, knocked out Claudio Ribeiro, Dennis Tululian, but I mean, he came through against the guy he should have beaten, Andre Puliev. He went 3 rounds with RoboCop. Did he beat or lose to Armen Petrosian?
I'm pretty sure he lost a decision to him.
Okay, so he's improving. He's 31, right? I do not see Anders as like a elite mixed martial artist. Like, he's a dude who can throw hands and he can fight, but I just think that Christian Leroy Duncan is a lot more technical, and I do think that he can mitigate the grappling of Eric Anders, because Eric Anders played football at Alabama or whatever, so yeah, he has that background, but I mean, I feel like Christian Leroy Duncan can put his lights out.
CLD is definitely the more athletic fighter. I think he's going to use that to his advantage with the leg kicks, the body kicks. He's going to slow Eric Anders down, and from there, it's pretty much his fight. Eric Anders literally only has a puncher's chance, in my opinion. I've never been on him in his entire career.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. And he's getting knocked out. Ya boy.
Yeah, boy.
Eric Anders.
Did we lay him now so we can get the CLV on CLD?
Eh.
Okay. Alright. Next
Sharp
fight.
money coming in on Eric Anders. Yeah, it's not like that line's dropping anytime soon, dude.
Things moving up like a roller coaster, eh?
Yeah.
Next fight, boys.
Miles Johns versus John Matsumoto.
I'll go with Matsumoto. Like, he had a pretty close fight with Rob Font. I feel like Rob Font would kick Miles Johns' ass. Like, Miles Johns is tough, puts on the pace, but I just think someone who's young with the capability like Matsumoto coming off a loss is only going to have learned from that. That was 5 months ago. He's had plenty of time to make improvement. So I'll take Matsumoto to win this fight here.
Yeah, I think I like Matsumoto here too. I know he went to split decision with Rob Font, but
On short notice.
on
though.
short notice too. Rob Font is is like the gatekeeper of that
Did that to
division.
Kyler Phillips? Well, Kyler Phillips looked like shit in this next fight.
Yeah, like he was before those two fights. He was a prospect and people were hyping him up.
Yeah.
But
The Matrix.
Rob Font is a
Where did his hype go?
yeah. Venetia's Oliveira, dude, you caught it. But as far as Rob Font goes, he's like the test of that division. If you can't get through him, you can't really go past into the top 10, top 5, top 15 type of fighters. And John Matsumoto, he looked all right on short notice, so I think he can get this done here against a 31-year-old Miles Johns who's coming off a loss to Felipe Lima, who doesn't suck, but
After Peyton Talbot's
Yeah.
performance, you'd have me convinced.
yeah, but I think Matsumoto can get this one done.
Yeah.
Boys.
I agree.
Moving on, we got Andre Fili versus Christian Rodriguez. Let's see.
I like laying Christian Rodriguez against the up-and-coming prospects,
Yeah.
bro, but I'm not sure if I think that Andre Fili has enough to take. I don't see Andre Fili knocking him
it's
out,
like-
but he could outstrike him. Like, it's tough.
If C-Rod can get him down, that's why I'm going to pick C-Rod here. C-Rod can get him down and lay on him, because Fili got submitted by
Ezekiel Costa.
Ezekiel. Went to split decision with Cub Swanson.
Give me C-Rod. I forgot about that.
Knocked
bro.
out by Dan Ige.
I had a
KO'd Lucas Almeida.
I had a lot of money.
And lost the decision.
Yep. All right. C-Rod it is, boys. He lost to Juicy J and Ezekiel Costa himself.
But a
so-
decision.
Yeah. All right. Give us C-Rod, boys. I mean, it's
215. I might lay that.
it's a close fight, but I do think that C-Rod probably has the advantage
and definitely the
multiple areas.
age advantage.
But Fili definitely has the striking
Yeah.
advantage and power for sure. But
C-Rod just needs to get him down and wrestle with him on the ground, and Fili's gonna gas. But moving on to the co-main event, we've got Steve Erceg versus Ode Osborne. Steve Erceg has let us down. He was the last leg I needed on that one card.
against Cara
Yeah,
France.
he was the last leg I needed. I already had won like $500 or something on that card, and I needed this other parlay to cash. And he was the last leg that sold that parlay, so he's on a 3-fight losing streak. But I do think he is the far superior fighter than Ode Osborne in every aspect. It's just like, is Steve Erceg mentally there? Like, when you look at him, he's like...
His last fight did suck against Brandon Moreno, dude, I can't lie, but I think the UFC is giving him a really good bounce back opportunity, and I don't think that this is a spot where you fade Steve Erceg, boys. I mean, Ode Osborne is garbage,
He's
to be honest. He's really bad.
the Jamaican sensation.
Okay.
Erceg, please knock this guy out. A decision isn't even like... wouldn't impress me.
is back with a 29-28.
Like, dude,
No, he needs to make this thing to not go
yeah,
the distance.
you can't knock out Ode Osborne on short notice.
You're going 5 rounds with Pantoja, but you can't take out Ode Osborne.
Moving on, boys. Main event: Roman Dolidze versus Anthony Hernandez. I'm going Anthony Hernandez here. Roman Dolidze has looked better recently, but I think Anthony Hernandez has a grappling advantage. Even though Roman Dolidze can grapple too, I think when Hernandez gets a hold of you, you're gonna have a hard time of breaking him off of you or keeping him away. I think he grinds this out to a decision win over Roman Dolidze, honestly.
It's going to be interesting to see how he does, just because Roman Dolidze has a really good grappling game, you know, just like Anthony Hernandez does, and he does apply pressure. He does hit relatively hard. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, but I have no reason to fade Anthony Hernandez because he'll keep the pressure up at the whole fight. He's got good grappling. So I feel like it's just really a matter of, you know, who's going to get the better of the other one and who's going to break first, because I do think that these guys are going to be pressing on the gas and pressing forward the whole time. And I just think that Anthony Hernandez is probably longer than Roman Dolidze and probably can tie him up a little bit better. Roman Dolidze is probably stronger, but I'll go with Fluffy in this fight. Like I said, I don't have a strong enough reason to fade him.
Yeah. Fluffy it is, boys. Minus 315. Little juiced, but I think you should get it done.
But yeah, boys, that's the card. We're excited to be back. Like we said, we're gonna try to not miss a stretch like that or any cards, really, boys. Of course, drop your picks in the comments if you ended up watching this far. If whoever's watching these videos right now, we really appreciate you, boys. We know it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride recently.
Yeah, boys, but we got trying to get some things going here. It's been tough with the schedule, but yeah, like you said, thank you guys for stick through it, watching the videos and the comments. We always love seeing that stuff, and we'll see you in the next one, boys.
Just MMA out.
Dude, Red Sox 2-0.